Proud Prince Harry praises British public's response to coronavirus pandemic and selfless Captain Tom, as he and wife Meghan Markle are seen on the streets of LA for a second time wearing masks to deliver packages to the needy. Prince Harry has praised the British public's response to coronavirus pandemic as well as Captain Tom as he and wife Meghan Markle are seen on the streets of LA for a second time wearing masks to deliver packages for charity. In an interview with the Declassified podcast, the 35-year-old said the amount of volunteers rushing to help in the national effort was wonderfully British. He added that he was incredibly proud of the British public's response to the pandemic. The Duke, who has quit as a working royal and moved to America with Meghan and 11-month-old Archie, also praised Second World War veteran Captain Tom Moore for his utterly amazing fundraising efforts. The podcast episode is hoping to encourage veterans to volunteer and join the Team Rubicon UK organization, which is assisting the government in responding to the coronavirus crisis. I want to say a huge thank you, as we all do, to all of the NHS workers and everybody that's volunteering, the Duke said. Because up and down the UK, whether it's from Dorset up to Staffordshire, there are literally hundreds of thousands of people volunteering. Referring to an article by The Guardian about the high number of people who have come forward to volunteer, Harry added, "It's such a wonderfully British thing that we all come to help when we need it." The Duke also praised 99-year-old war veteran Captain Moore, whose fundraising efforts have captured the heart of the nation by raising more than £22 million for NHS charities by walking lengths of his garden. Harry told the podcast, "Congratulations to Tom, I think what he's done is utterly amazing. It's not just what he's done, it's the reaction that people have had as well, I think is again just wonderfully British. I'm just so incredibly proud to see what these individuals up and down the country and across the world are doing on a day-to-day basis." He added, "It's also proving that I think things are better than we're led to believe through certain corners of the media. It can be very worrying when you're sitting there and the only information you are getting is from certain news channels, but then if you are out and about or you are on the right platforms, you can really sense this human spirit coming to the forefront." The Queen's grandson also paid tribute to the younger generation for their efforts, calling the youth engagement exceptional, specifically in the UK during the pandemic. The Duke, who is in Los Angeles with the Duchess of Sussex and their baby son Archie Mountbatten-Windsor, said he hopes volunteering efforts continue once the crisis ends. He added, "It just makes me incredibly proud to see the Brits stepping up like this, but I really hope that this keeps going after coronavirus and after this whole pandemic has come to a close." Hosted by Michael Coates, the podcast is a series of conversation with members from the military community. The Duke, who served with the Blues and Royals and the Army Air Corps, called the volunteering efforts of veterans a selfless act. He said, "It's about selflessness rather than selfishness, and I think in today's culture, in today's world, we need more role models that are willing to put others ahead of themselves. I think again about being part of a unit, being part of a team, certainly for me wearing a uniform that was the same as everybody else. It kind of makes you feel totally equal but at the same time makes you want to do everything you can for the person on your left and the person on your right." Harry joined a humanitarian operation by Team Rubicon UK in Nepal, in the wake of the country's earthquake in 2015. The charity, which mobilizes former serving personnel, has launched Top React in response to the crisis and is calling on veterans to utilize their skill set and assist in volunteering. Chief Executive of Team Rubicon UK Richard Sharp told the podcast the charity was repurposing veteran skill to support mortuaries and hospitals during the pandemic. Some 3,000 veterans have now signed up to support Top React, Mr. Sharp said. "Our main effort has been to support the incredible NHS," he told the podcast. "We've been watching the most unbelievable committed service to this country by doctors, nurses, respiratory physios, and it was clear that we had to do everything we could to support that." It comes after Harry and Meghan were spotted out on the streets of Los Angeles once again as they continued their volunteering work for charity amid the coronavirus crisis. The couple were seen linking arms and holding hands as they delivered packages to residents from the back of their $35,000 Cadillac XD5, having seemingly downgraded from the Porsche SUV they had used yesterday. Meghan, 38, was dressed casually in khaki cargo pants, a black long-sleeve top and white trainers, while Harry, 35, donned his familiar uniform of a faded polo shirt, jeans, desert boots. Both continued to wear baseball caps as well as protective covers over their mouths in accordance to the new Southern Californian regulations, which have made the wearing of face masks mandatory in the battle against COVID-19. It emerged earlier this week that the couple, who moved to Los Angeles with 11-month-old son Archie a month ago, have been distributing meals to the needy in LA for the Project Angel food charity. A source close to the couple told the Daily Mail that they had hoped to keep their volunteering private but were glad the charity was being recognized. The Sussexes initially moved to Canada after stepping down as senior working royals on March 31 but are now forging out new lives for themselves as they set up home in California. The couple are thought to now be angling for a luxury home costing somewhere between $12 million and $18 million in the exclusive Bel Air area of Los Angeles, according to TMZ. This is only the second time the couple have stepped out in their new city since moving after being spotted yesterday walking their two dogs as part of their daily exercise routine. The prince, who is still sixth in line to the throne despite stepping down from royal duties, was pulled along by the couple's black Labrador, while Meghan at one point carried her beloved rescue beagle, Guy, as they got out of their Porsche SUV. The couple, who were forced to give up their Sussex royal branding by the Queen, are being bankrolled by Prince Charles for the first year of their new life. The latest appearance comes after the Duchess of Sussex carried out her first major charitable event since stepping down as a working royal, organizing meals for Londoners in need. Earlier this week, Meghan asked the Grenfell-supporting women of the Hub Community Kitchen to start a new service providing meals to families in the capital struggling during the coronavirus lockdown. Meghan and Harry now live in Los Angeles with baby son Archie and are no longer senior royals after formally stepping away from the monarchy on March 31. The Hub Kitchen, in North Kensington, was the first charitable project Meghan supported during her time as a member of the royal family, and after a number of private visits she encouraged the women to produce a charity cookbook to raise funds to expand their work. The Duchess said, "The spirit of the Hub Community Kitchen has always been one of caring, giving back and helping those in need, initially in Grenfell and now throughout the UK. A home-cooked meal from one neighbor to another, when they need it most, is what community is all about. I'm so proud of the women of the Hub Community Kitchen, and the continued support the Felix Project gives them to carry out these acts of goodwill, which at this moment are urgently needed." On Tuesday, the Duchess held a conference call with members of the Hub to discuss her idea about helping to feed residents in London. The project will be launched on Monday with the women batch cooking in their own homes and then delivering 250 to 300 meals to families 3 days a week. Deliveries will be handled by Street Games, one of the charitable organizations the Sussexes nominated ahead of their wedding to receive donations from well-wishers, in lieu of gifts. Harry and Meghan have been pictured making food deliveries in America after it emerged they spent the Easter break dropping off meals to vulnerable and housebound people in Los Angeles. The couple decided to help out after Meghan's mother Doria Ragland told them the organization Project Angel Food needed volunteers. The Duchess's new project will run alongside a wider effort to supply families in need with food, and she has endorsed the Evening Standard newspaper's Food for London Now appeal. The Felix Project, one of London's largest food redistribution charities, will be supplying the Hub Kitchen with produce for the meals. Chief Executive Mark Curtin said, "The Felix Project is proud to provide Hub Community Kitchen with the nutritious food they need to cook delicious meals for local people for whom this service provides a crucial lifeline." The women of Hub Community Kitchen came together in the face of tragedy and they have stepped up yet again in the face of a global pandemic. Away from Meghan's new project, the Sussexes are planning to launch a charitable organization named Archie Will. The latest projects comes as Meghan gets set to give her first TV interview since Megxit on Monday to promote the new Disney Plus documentary film, Elephant, which she narrated.